My name is Abdur. I am working as a postdoctoral associate at Professor Tretyakova's lab. Before joining Professor Tretyakova's lab, I was working at State University of New York at Buffalo, where I worked on a protein engineering, where we designed a novel protein folds for cancer therapeutics. Before starting my postdoctoral research, I earned my PhD in chemistry from India. Although I have been involving in various research projects in Professor Tretyakova's lab, my broad focus of research is in epigenetic, where particularly I am working on a family of proteins called 1011 translocation dioxygenase enzyme, where we are trying to find out the functional roles of these STAT proteins, because it has been found that this STAT protein has been dysregulated in various types of cancer. So that the idea is, by modulating the levels of these STAT proteins in particular types of cancer to find out the exact rules of these STAT proteins. From these projects, I am summarizing these results where you will be able to see in a publication very soon. So this work is very important for me, or as a in broad sense, because the TAT proteins has been dysregulated in various types of cancer. For example, in some cancer it acts as a tumor suppressor, and in some cancer it acts as a tumor oncogene. It is really important to know the exact rules of these TAT proteins so that the medicinal chemist can design small molecules or probe to target these proteins for the benefits of patients or for the benefits of health. Currently, I am working on in another project where we are trying to find out the effects of vaping in epigenome. Recently, the trend of vaping has been arisen in United States or as a whole in the world. So particularly in young age generation, smoking cigarette causes different types of cancer or heart disease. As such, when people take vaping liquids also contain these types of very toxic chemicals. So we are trying to find out the effects of this vaping in the epigenome, or trying to find out a mechanism or a biomarker so that people can target those biomarker or take as a therapeutic target. I have been working in Professor Tretyakova's lab for about 2 years now. We have expert in various fields, starting from analytical chemist, synthetic chemist, or even proteomics specialist. So the lab members are so supportive and helpful to each other. They communicate to each other and discuss their research and discuss their problems so that they can get help from other colleagues. Apart from in the lab, we have various instruments. So Professor Tretyakova makes sure that we have the opportunities so that we can conduct our research very smoothly. For example, we have multiple HPLCs, mass spectrometry, LCMS systems. We have other facilities if you need. Professor Tretyakova's lab is also very collaborative in nature. So within the lab we collaborate to each other because we have various specialists in the lab. Like for example, I am from a chemistry background, but currently I am working on more about molecular biology, and if I need any help, like for example in synthetic chemistry or any proteomics analysis or mass spectrometry, I can talk to those people and get help from them to make my research more impactful. And also if anyone need my help or my expertise, I am always eager to help other to success in their research. Professor Tretyakova is very supportive, very kind person, and very helpful, not only in terms of only research, in terms of in various other aspects as well. She will always make sure that we have the right solution about the problem, and she will push always to make our research successful. Definitely anyone, any grad student or undergrad or any postdocs wants to join our lab, I would highly encourage to join, because as I have mentioned earlier, our lab is very collaborative in nature, very supportive. So you will have the exposure to all from analytical chemistry, synthetic or any other chemistry. So apart from that, you will be able to meet various experts in the field. For example, Professor Tretyakova is sharing epigenetic consortium in our university, where we have all the experts from the world. They come to talk, give us conference where talk to those scientists, which makes us professionally helpful. So I would really encourage to consider our lab if you have interested in analytical chemistry or mass spectrometry or biology.